This dude is so accurate. I don't care if you're playing against air. They ain't breaking stride.
No.
He is awesome. He started off the game like 10 for 10, and I'm like, these things are like right on the money. In stride, down the sidelines, across the middle. Like, nobody's even ducking down. Nobody's like reaching down. Nobody's having to make a circus catch. They're just running as fast as they can. And then this guy, I'm not worried about him being able to do it against a real team. I saw what I saw. That dude is awesome.
My mercy God, what have we done to college football? We have unleashed the man called Nico on the world of college football. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude is awesome.
He is. It's 9 o'clock on Thursday, September 5th, 2024, and this is this week's edition of the Very Orange live stream. I am your co-host, the erstwhile Super Genius Wiley, along with
young Brandon. And we have a special guest this evening.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about unbiased, but qualified is questionable.
Brandon, are you in the witness protection program or something?
Yep.
He's on vacation. He's on location. I
can't see. We can't see his face, which might not be a bad thing. So.
Yeah.
I'm deep within enemy territory. Home to both Gator and Hurricane, and that other team. And this is the Very Orange live stream. If you would like to talk to us, there's our link.
At the bottom, feel free to jump in.
Gents, not only we got college football tonight. We have the first NFL game. But let's hit the rewind button, shall we? Go all the way back and talk about this team from a certain state that I might be in at the moment.
Ooh. Okay.
We have choices.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, the ones that tomahawk chop.
Well, you won't be seeing anybody eating anything out of solo cups on this show, folks. Let me tell you that right there. That guy has. Speaking of witness protection,
yeah,
that guy has fallen off the face of the damn earth. I mean, I don't think we're going to be seeing anything from him at least for the rest of the football season, if not permanently. His lateral born life. I saw a statistic today that Florida State's entire NIL is $12 million. 2.1 million of which is invested.
Wait. Here we go. There it is.
Yep. $2 million for the defensive line.
Offensive line.
Money well burned.
Exactly. I have a good work friend who's a Florida State fan, and I admittedly was gentle with him. That I have another friend at work who's a Florida fan, and he got all the shit he deserved from me. But I mean, that's the second week in a row they got pushed around. I mean, it was just it was bad. I don't necessarily think that Boston College is that good. Bill O'Brien's a good coach. Don't get me wrong; he can coach up an offense pretty well. But I you don't expect them to be that good his first time around. But for the second week in a row, they just got pushed around, and it was not even. I mean, it wasn't remotely a competition. I mean, you couldn't hit water if you fell out of a friggin' boat. I mean, like the joke was last week after the Georgia Tech game, he's only like 3 or 4 transfers from finally getting his shit together.
Yeah.
I mean, so I
don't even see the humor in that. I just think it's the God's honest truth.
Yeah. Ask our friend the Tater sometime about DJ you. It's. I mean, I don't know about Florida State anymore. I don't know even if I even care all that much. They just they're gonna whine and piss and moan, and they may try to sue us. We ain't got nothing. But
in back-to-back games and back-to-back seasons
the
against
in the ACC.
from the same state, If
well,
I were the Braves, I'd sue for the chop.
They're the only team in recent history to be in the top 10 in the AP poll to go 0-2, and they've done it twice.
Yeah.
In 2017 and 2024. So that's, I mean, that's, I guess there might be the curse of Osceola on them. I don't know.
Well, let's look forward to 2038.
Exactly. Oh, is that when they come to Athens?
No, I'm just saying it's been every 14 years, right?
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
So 2038.
Yeah, okay. But
I think we're supposed to play them 3-4 years from now.
Okay. Well, the misery that is ongoing in the central Florida region is always fun for us up here, up in the more northern climes of the SEC. So, am I shocked that Boston College went in there and won? I am a little surprised. I didn't think I thought they would cover. I didn't think Florida State was going to cover 14 points. I thought they'd win. I thought it'd be closer than that, but
I did too.
I wasn't, but I mean, watching the game, just seeing the way they just kind of laid down and let what's the BC's quarterback number one? I can't think of his last name, but they just watched him run all over him. I mean, it was amazing, and it's not like he actually looked. I mean, they made him look all world. It's going to be really interesting to see what Cam Ward does to him. If they do end up playing later in the season, I don't know. But the ACC so far, with the exception, Miami has been complete hot garbage.
Yeah.
Who do you think ends up at the end of this season playing for the ACC? That's going to be my next question.
Miami.
I think the U makes it.
Yeah, I think Miami. I forget who's in the Atlantic and who's in the Coastal.
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
I think they do.
I thought they.
I don't know. I don't know if they did like us and got rid of the divisions or not.
Let me see.
Probably not Virginia Tech. Probably not Pitt. Probably not Syracuse. North Carolina could get there.
Georgia Tech can make it?
They have their chance.
I mean, I don't know that Haynes King gets you to the championship game. I mean, he did everything he
played
could.
well though.
He did everything he could.
Well.
Yeah, at the end of that game, man, he did everything he could to choke it away. I mean, they got damn lucky. They held on to that ball that bad snap at the end of that game. Were able to get the yards back to kick the field goal. So I'm not sold on Haynes King. They need a quarterback. They need somebody who's a little bit more stable back there. That so hopefully that's Brent Key is going to be looking in that direction.
Running back.
Yeah. According to what I found, there are no divisions in the ACC, and if the game were held today, it would be Georgia Tech and Boston College. And way down at the bottom in 17th place at 0-2
is Florida State.
Florida State. Wow.
By the time we get to November, the Florida State game is going to be the Who Gives a Crap Bowl.
It's going to be on 8 a.m. Tuesday on Nickelodeon.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
it won't be SpongeBob. It won't be SpongeBob.
I saw that. Yes.
Slimers.
Won't even be him.
But this season is going to be a lot of fun. Nothing has really shocked me. I would say more pleasantly surprised than anything. I mean, I was happy to see Tech win. I was happy to see BC win. I mean, I've always kind of had a soft spot for both.
Were you happy? I know how I feel about this team. Were you happy to see Notre Dame win?
No, I'm never happy to see Notre Dame win.
Neither am I.
Duck Notre fame, as my father would say.
But it wasn't A&M though, so I mean.
Well, I see. A&M has never bothered me in particular.
Not really.
No, I mean they're
delusional fan base sometimes, but
well, everybody's fan base is delusional. I mean, come on, let's be realistic. But
But I never saw when Kirby got hired that Georgia gave him a plaque with 2-0 question mark national champion. So I mean that's straight up delusional.
Yeah.
Did anybody figure out where? I never saw where he was planning on going. I assume, if it were me anyway, if I had $76 million, I think I would just not go anywhere and do
probably wherever Ed Orgeron ended up.
Probably with you in the witness protection program.
I mean, he probably went and built a house. He built a house probably next to Coach O and is living the good life somewhere.
Hell, for all we know, he might be hurting.
Really, happy in the mindset that he got all the money back that he lost to his ex-wife and the ex-Florida tight end down in Tallahassee.
Okay. Don't all those dudes live in what's that area called? 30.
You're cutting out on us, dude.
You're in a tunnel.
Destin area.
Maybe, I don't know. I honestly, I mean, I'd move somewhere where there ain't a lot of people to be like, hey, aren't you? Yeah, no, I would just. I'd go find an island somewhere, build a house, put a big fence around stay the fuck away, fence around my house, and live off the interest for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's you never have to. I mean, I sincerely think that's what Ed Orgeron's going to do. Ed Orgeron does not have to lift a finger to do anything ever again.
No.
I mean, his wife.
When he's like, well, coach, we're going to pay you $15 million. He's like, where's the damn door? I mean, seriously, just walk me out. Hey, give me my money and walk me out.
The odor of corn dogs. Oh, wait, that's just also losing. Let's talk about that. How happy? Where does that rank? Who are you more happy to see lose? Brian Kelly or Dabo?
Well, we knew Dabo was going to lose because he doesn't do NIL or the portal, so that was kind of
and honestly, Brian Kelly's just annoying,
but consistent.
Dabo has actively done quite a bit to piss Tennessee fans off over the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
Keep flipping them burgers, baby. So I did I think? I mean, look. I picked Clemson to cover stupidly. I did. I admit it was a stupid pick. Now, I thought they would put up more. I thought they would put up more in the fight.
Dude, they haven't scored a touchdown on us in 10 years.
Well, but I thought I had a pretty decent rationale. I mean, when Dabo's been a big underdog, they've actually performed pretty well. Most of the time he covers.
No, I'll give them credit. The first half, they were decent.
Yeah.
And then Kirby, had a long little talk that was one long bleep in the locker room, and on my command, unleash hell.
Well, I'm waiting for Mike Bobo to shit the bed. I mean,
500,000 other people.
I mean, it's just it's gonna happen at some point. It's gonna. I mean, the talent level may rise. I think the talent level excels at Georgia despite their offensive coordinator. Okay.
Did anyone see? I wish I had the video of Brian Kelly slamming his fist.
Oh, the water bottle. The water bottle. Yeah, the water bottle.
Speaking water bottle and just everything. It's like he can sense that money leaving his wallet. How long do you give a guy like that? Before that.
Well, this is year 3.
How long was his contract? 10?
Probably 6 years. I mean, if they don't make the title game this year, if they don't beat Ole Miss and they don't beat Bama, I mean, I think next year he's probably on the hot seat going into the next year. He's probably going to have to make some wholesale changes. And by the way, everybody's talking about Napier getting fired and Kiffin going into Florida. My thought is Bama's like a 31-point favorite over South Florida at home this year. They did not have a great game against South Florida down in Tampa last year. I mean, they won. It was less than a touchdown. It was like really close.
Yeah.
I don't think Bama's going to cover 31 points against South Florida because I think South Florida's going to be able to put up some points. I mean, I don't think it's going to be. I mean, I'm thinking probably 17 to 20, but I don't think it's going to be 30. And if Alex Golesh can put up a good showing against Alabama, I think he's got to be the top candidate to replace Billy Napier at Florida. I mean, the guy was Heupel's consigliere at Tennessee. So if there's anybody who could probably know in the ins and outs of how to beat Josh Heupel, it's probably Alex Golesh.
Maybe. I think he needs, I'm going to say about 3 more years before he's in that discussion of a major football program. I think Florida is going to want to hire a big name, and I think they will throw money at Lane Kiffin. Will he accept? That's another story. But I think want somebody big.
I think if Kiffin doesn't win the SEC this year, I think I could see him leaving if he wins. If he wins and they do well and they go to the playoffs and they go far in the playoffs, I think he'd probably stay.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. If he's close enough to getting a chip this year,
Yeah.
and moves on to maybe past that striking distance even closer. Yeah,
Well,
I think you're right. I think he would stay, but
I mean, if he can't beat Alabama this year, then I mean, there's gonna be a lot of dissatisfied Ole Miss fans if that happens. If that doesn't happen, if he doesn't beat them.
all right, we got LSU. Talked about them losing. There was another game. Who else lost a big game from the state of Florida last week? Gentlemen?
I don't think I've ever seen a swamp drain so fast in my life.
That's how you drain a swamp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I you know, that's got to be the most embarrassing, one of the most embarrassing performances at home Florida's ever had, including losing to Tennessee by 10 points back in 2003,
including throwing the shoe.
Yeah, including throwing the shoe too. And Graham Mertz finally got hurt. Finally got slammed by the way. Did you notice who actually put Mertz out of the game, Brandon?
I did not.
The Orange Baron struck again. Mm-hmm. He got knocked out of the game by Tyler Barron. The Tennessee transfer by way of Ole Miss and Louisville to Miami. So he finally found a school that would let him in. So he's down there in South Beach now. I hope he has a good season because he'd been riding the damn pine for us this year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary to think that he had probably been the third or fourth best guy on our D line, but we'll get to that later.
We will. I don't know what made me happier, Florida losing or Florida State, because they're both jackass teams.
Now, Florida's more immediate satisfaction just because.
Yeah.
I mean, their misery automatically bolsters our confidence going forward. Mm-hmm. But then again, that's also come back to bite us in the ass most of the time lately.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Oh, I know. Let me share this. Give me your thoughts on it.
Okay.
Wonderful. Oh, there we go.
Yes, of course, wonderful for the Georgia Bulldogs.
I mean, I didn't even know what you were going to put up, so there was a lag.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Somebody's missing from this list, and it's very shocking that I'm about to say this. Where's Georgia Tech?
That's a good question.
I think they're 23 in the other one, coaches, but come on, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, they've earned
Georgia State.
They've earned a spot. I mean, they
I think
they did kind of struggled against Georgia State, but still, given who they've already beaten, I mean, Florida State does not need to be anywhere near the top 25 right now.
No, hell no.
No.
17?
Yeah.
They're 1-2, and they're Jesus, Mary Joseph.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember, this is ESPN. Some
Football
kind
or
of
whatever.
garbage.
Penn State, I think Penn State is overrated.
Mhm.
Jury's still out of Missouri.
Yeah.
Louisville is. They're talking about Louisville being one of the most dangerous teams in the country. I don't know. A&M,
I think A&M should be bottom row down there somewhere.
Well, A&M doesn't have an offense.
No.
No, and Mike Elko's going to have a hard time scoring points. Now, if his defense will show up and hold people off the scoreboard, they got a chance at a relatively decent season. But he's got nothing on offense. It's all just gone to hell in the handbasket. But speaking of which, good luck to Max Johnson. That poor kid, man, cannot catch a friggin' break. No pun intended.
No, he can catch a break.
Yeah, broken femur, out for the season. Out for the season. I mean, it's just it's at least he's getting a good education at Carolina. Let's put you hang a hat on that kid. Diploma from Carolina is worth something. I think USC is probably rated a little low. I don't know that LSU still being 14. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Auburn. I don't know what the hell they're doing by putting Auburn in the top 25. That's
but they've only had one game, right? A&M, Bama A&M.
Yeah.
Just because they scored a crap ton of points.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, but by that rationale, Arkansas should be top 15.
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had an interesting point brought up, and I really agreed with it. I liked it, except I might go even a week further. I was talking to someone, and they said their idea would be that nobody should even be ranked going into until week 5 of the season.
I mean, that's basically BCS style. I mean, you can.
But I might even go as far as halfway through, but this would be my caveat. I mean, you get homecoming out of the way and play all these, cupcake games, get those out of the way and done with by week 6. Then you got 6 weeks of playing every tough team that's out there.
Well, you got 6 weeks of data.
You're going to play.
It almost sounds like NASCAR. You know how
they
the first few,
I'm not even a NASCAR person, so
they have like the top so many chopped off, and then they go race for the championship.
Yeah. They have playoffs now in NASCAR.
Yeah. Well, I know that much, even if I'm not
I don't.
Viewer.
I know what
I'm the same way. I don't know nearly as much as I used to about it, but I mean, I agree. I agree with the top 3. I think we're decently placed. Whether or not we're higher than Ole Miss right now, I don't know.
I like us at number 9.
Yeah, I would say where Oklahoma
is. At number 9.
But I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I like where they put Miami.
Yeah, I don't know for us if it doesn't set us up for. They're not setting us up too hard that if something does happen that we're going crash and burn.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not the number one team going into Georgia. I mean, so we'll see how it goes from there. But to say that we're the fourth best team in conference, it's arguable. I mean, right now we haven't proved anything to say that we're better. I mean, when third Saturday in October, we'll find out. I mean, I think we got a better than average shot of taking that one, but we'll have to see what we see. But there's nothing really heinous in that top 25, except with the exception of Florida State. Florida State, and Auburn.
That is heinous. The Florida State and Auburn.
Yeah.
And frankly, Texas A&M, I would put them at 25.
I'd bump Utah up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Utah.
That's kind of, Pac-12 sloppy seconds.
Residuals.
Residuals, yeah. Well, Brandon, do we want to get to recapping the mock massacre at Neyland?
Let's talk about the mock massacre at Neyland.
Well, it was.
I got to share.
700 and. Let me get on my right page here. It was 718 yards of total offense.
You're gone.
I'm right here. Sorry. My papers got all screwed up. 718 yards of total offense, which is four yards. I think 4 yards shy of the actual Tennessee game record. Nico did set the passing record for the first half. 318 yards.
Yep.
Passing that wonderful human being, Tyler Bray, he of the rooftop beer bottle throwing. So I mean, he looked good. I mean, he really did. I don't know if I'm as excited as if I'm orgasmically as excited as the guy at that she showed the clip at the beginning of the show. But he looked good. He was accurate. He put the ball in places where the guys needed to catch it. He made 99%
not just accurate, deadly accurate.
Yeah. Well, 99% of his decisions were good. He only made the only play I disagree with was when we kicked the first field goal. We went down there and he tried to put a ball into a bad spot. And I mean, luckily it was bad all around because nobody could have gotten to it the way he threw it so low. But he made good decisions. He didn't rush. He was comfortable back in the pocket. The line did a good job of blocking for him. They did get one sack on him. But I mean, Chattanooga's good. Chattanooga is a good mid to low high.
Well, they were picked to win the South.
So the Southern Conference, they're clicked for SoCon. So and they beat a team last year in the FCS playoffs that gave us all we wanted in Austin Peay. We actually were surprised that they actually won that game when it went down. So the defense looked good. We held Chattanooga to 227 yards total offense. Yeah, which I thought was fantastic. I mean, we didn't have that many tackles. We only had 3 tackles for loss, but they weren't getting anything. They only had a few like high level plays downfield. We made good open field tackles. The linebacker, Pili had a good game. Tyree West had that one sack, and I mean that was one hell of a sack too. It looked like he got shot out of a damn cannon. And I mean, and he's that's the dude you got to start watching out for. As much as James Pierce, and much publicity as James Pierce is getting, Tyree West is going to shock some people because that dude, he's a different player this year. He's cut a lot of weight. He was massive last year. I mean, he was well over 3 bills. I think he's probably dropped 40, 50 pounds. And picked it up. Every bit of it's gone to the first step because he's just quick, this grease lightning quick off the line. Had a lot. He had at least one of the tackles for loss on top of that sack. And we got after people. He's wasn't
flying around. I mean,
It wasn't overly showy. It wasn't, we weren't murdering people back there, but we didn't have to. It wasn't. It would have been nice to see, but it didn't. It didn't happen.
And our receivers were great.
Yeah, our receivers are great. Dante Thornton had over 100 yards receiving. Brew caught a few balls. The leg is obviously okay because he made some really nice cuts out there. Chris Brazel had some good catches. And the thing that's really, really scary is we didn't have all our weapons out there. Mike Matthews didn't play. I mean, I don't know why he was a holdout, but he didn't play. He's on the depth. He's going to play tomorrow. He's going to play Saturday. He's on the depth chart. He's listed as the second option on the number two receiver side. So, I think he's going to get out there. So do I think Nico's going to throw for 300 in the first half? Probably not, but I think he's definitely going to get his. I don't think in NC State is, and I was looking for like comparisons on, because UTC played Western Carolina and NC State played Western Carolina, and trying to draw parallels. And I tried to look at defenses like Iowa's defenses last year versus NC State's this now, and it wasn't really a fair comparison because NC State is basically replacing their entire defense. But the one thing that I did notice was this: Cole Gonzalez, the quarterback for Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky had 361 yards of total offense, and Cole Gonzalez on his own was responsible for 286 yards of that. 211 throwing and 75 on the ground. He ran all over them. And so that right there tells me y'all don't want to flush Nick. If y'all make Nico run, he is going to make you pay with his legs.
Yes, sir.
Kid can move. So I think you want to keep Nico in the pocket. I think you want to keep him in the pocket and make him throw down the field. I think the run game is going to be huge. We ran the ball for 305 yards against UTC.
Yeah. If
we could have anything close to the success that we had running the ball, I think that's a win for us right there. NC State just in the first half did not look good. They did not look good. First series, Grayson McCall throws a really bad pick, which leads immediately to a Western Carolina score almost on the very next play. I think it was. If it wasn't, it was within the first two plays. He wasn't hitting receivers in the first half. They just weren't getting any push up front, and it just their offense was supposed to be a strength. And they say, well, Kevin Concepcion had a great game in the fourth quarter, but if you do that against us, by the time he gets to the fourth quarter, it's going to be too damn late.
Yeah.
We're going to be up. We're going to be up 3 touchdowns, and you're not going to have enough time to make up that deficit. So
vanity touchdowns.
I mean, you've got to get, you're not going to be, and it's like, well, they say, I heard somebody say, well, they they basically simplified things for Grayson McCall and let him play sandlot football. You can't play sandlot football against our defensive line. He is going to get killed out there.
And
if you can't block and set up a pocket for that kid and keep our guys off, and it's not just Pierce, it's not the terrorize, it's Omari Thomas, it's Arian Carter, it's it's Boo. Boo came. We almost had 2 sacks on Saturday, and Boo Carter came damn close to getting the first one.
He is a great player.
I mean, the kid's going to be good.
Fresh out of high school.
Yeah, and I mean, do I worry?
Liked our backfield defensively.
I mean, there were some shaky moments, but yeah, they only had maybe one big gain on the passing end. They weren't able to get anything vertically down the field, which I thought was good. The coverage was decent. It wasn't locked down, but it wasn't terrible
but it's
either.
Improved.
It was
certainly.
I'll say it's hopeful.
Yeah,
I'll give it hopeful. I mean, it's our front 7 that are going to be the bread and butter of that offense.
Right.
It's going to be the pass.
So our silent partner down there. Why do you think we have Pierce Jr. number 27? Why did I put a picture of him up there, Dren?
Well, Charlotte's his hometown. ESPN has him rated as the number 1 player in college football. He was basically given the day off on Saturday. I think he played 10 snaps total. We didn't need him. It'd have been nice to see him get in there, but we didn't need him.
I think he's willing and ready for that homecoming game.
And I think he's chomping at the bit and he's ready to go. And we're going to have to figure out ways of getting him out there and getting him in positions where he can avoid double teams. Because let me tell you something: you double team James Pierce, Tyree West is going to eat you alive.
Yeah.
You double team him, Omari Thomas is going to eat you alive. And you get Omari Thomas, you don't want to Omari Thomas falling on top of your quarterback. He'll squash him.
Yeah.
like a damn red bug.
Yeah.
All over the turf there in Charlotte. I mean, so and Keelan Peely is going to be head hunting out there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so defensively, I'm reasonably confident that we're going to be able to hold our own out there. I think Tim Banks finally has the personnel and the depth. More importantly, the depth. That's been the biggest issue.
Well, and this is
that we've had. Now that we actually have the bodies back there to be able to.
This is truly now Josh Heupel's team.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is
his defensive mind, his offensive mind. What he has pictured for this team, it's under his control.
I mean, and that first drive is going to tell everything. If we can run the ball for better than 3 yards at a clip, game over. Because we're gonna run the ball. That's gonna open up play action. It's gonna open up the pass. And if Nico has any time to hit anybody, we just got too many guys out there. Because I mean, if Brew can't get open, Squirrel's going to get open. Brazel's going to get open. Stays or Davis.
There's been a lot of noise early in the season about, Sampson's going to have to take over. Sampson's going to take. I was never worried about that because
no,
he's a great running back.
The kid is a good athlete, and we've also, I mean, and behind him, everybody's like, well, Sampson's small. He's like, well, I mean, okay. I mean, he may not be the third down back, but let me tell you something. Khalifa Keith is 6'1", 245. Stop that. Run it downhill. And he's almost every bit as fast as Sampson. So honestly, you want to put in the stack backfield, put Keith and Sampson back in there and try to stop it. It's not. You're not. It's going to be nearly
all right.
impossible.
I'm going to get as country as possible. as country as possible right now.
Why does that
We've
scare
been
me?
grinning all we can. Now it's time to do some picking. See what I did there?
Yes.
All right, boys and girls
See
who
that.
are out there watching us all. We got one person that I think keeps flicking on and off. Let's see what those idiots are talking about now. I imagine that's what they're saying. All right.
Oh,
And
so
the first game up
is
Arky and Oklahoma State.
so we're gonna let our eminently qualified quote unquote guest make the first pick.
I'm down with it.
All right.
I mean, you guys have been yapping for the last 30 minutes. I mean, I might as well give you a break.
Well, after all, it is our damn show. Thank you.
Oh, man. All right. So, Oklahoma State 7.5. I'd take that. Probably by like maybe, I don't know, 10-16 maybe. But Arkansas had some fun against Our Lady of the Holy Walmart or whoever they were.
Pine Bluff.
Pine Bluff, same difference. But yeah, I like Coach crap.
Gundy.
No, the other one.
Oh, Sam Pittman.
Sam, thank you. I'm still not, anyway. But not quite yet. And of course, Coach Gundy's a man. He's like what, 92 by now or something.
He's 50. He's 50.
Yeah, he might be up there, but his hair is still stuck in the 30s. But yeah, I'll say Oklahoma State.
Hey, a little dab will do you.
Yeah, that's true.
Little
16.
dab will do you.
Or
Yeah.
2.5 jars in his case.
Exactly.
Hey. The pleasing smell is part of the.
I mean, Mike Brady didn't have that big of a fro, so
The aroma.
The aroma is the yeah.
mm-hmm.
I'll go next. I like
All right,
to
what
think
you got, friend?
I like to think Arkansas is going to put up a fight. Is Oklahoma? Do I think Oklahoma State is that good? You know what? I'm going to take Arkansas to cover. I don't know that they win, but I got a feeling that Sam's got one in the chamber for this one. So I'm gonna take Arkansas plus the 7.5 on that one. Okay, that's one for bacon bits. one for bacon bits.
This is for you, Dargan.
One for Giacomo Baggiani,
There you go.
the poet laureate of Alabama.
I think Sam Pitsy, yeah, the smell of burning bacon. The smell of burning bacon is in Arkansas. And I think he's going to give him a close one too. If not an outright win, maybe he wins by 3. So I'm going to take Arky. I think they need this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need this one. All right, Dren, I'm going to let you go first. We got USC Junior and the Wild Kitties.
The Cocks and the Cats.
The Cocks and the Cats.
Robin, what is your opinion of y'all's former backup quarterback at Kentucky?
Battle.
Vandegrift?
Yeah.
Capable. Yeah. The few times that he actually got to do cleanup, he was pretty capable.
I think so too. By the way, Carolina Old Dominion last week called it. I told everybody I saw, if you bet, take Old Dominion to cover that 16 points. South Carolina's liable to screw up and lose that game, and they almost did it.
Yeah.
The
Old
only one.
Dominion has been good.
Yes, they have. I mean, they've been good against teams they have no business being good against.
Wasn't this
Right.
like the time in 10 years they played Old Dominion and it's almost blown up in their face every time?
Well, ask Virginia Tech about yeah. You know, but 10 points. South Carolina at Kentucky at Kroger Field, 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Kentucky's going to roll them. I could see that easily being a two touchdown game. I mean, it's time for Beamer Junior ball just to be taken out in the back and shot in the head, and end it now before it gets even more embarrassing. But, you know.
And just to speed this along, I'm in the same boat. I think Kentucky's coach is also needing some victories. They might love him a little more up there, but Beamer ball's tanking.
Yep. Yeah, it's starting to smell. The body is rotting and is starting to smell. And this is coming from a guy who lives in Knoxville. If you know anything about Knoxville.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Oh. A little Body Farm humor.
Yes.
And no, it's not
in the damn stadium anymore. They moved it across the river.
They move it?
They moved it across the river a long time ago.
Oh.
So the shit could rot outside and they'd see what happened to it there.
Yeah, I thought they had.
I know.
But it had been gone long before they scared Michael Orr off with it. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, another bullshit fact about that.
Bad blindside, yeah. The body department moved out of the stadium years before that. So,
Robin, what you got on the Kentucky game?
I like Kentucky. I shop at Kroger. You might be old enough to remember that Kroger can be a verb. Let's go Krogering.
Let's go Krogering.
Yeah, yes. Let's go Krogering in the good old days of KRGR Kroger Radio. And I think actually it's going to be more than that. I'm going to say by 17 at least.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Vandergrift's capable. Granted, we only saw him really with handoffs in cleanup time. The very few times he threw, he was pretty capable. So, yeah, this is going to be Brock Vandegrift's coming out party.
Yep.
Yeah. Handily.
All right,
Brandon. Texas, the Shorthorns against the Wolverines.
God, can they somehow both lose?
I'm saying.
No, I shouldn't say that. I mean, I have seen Michigan Stadium.
What do you think?
Can y'all hear me?
We can now, yeah.
Yeah, we can now.
Yeah.
7.5, they're giving Texas. I think Texas will probably beat them. I think Michigan's in a bit of disarray at the moment.
Had a hard time beating Fresno State. I mean, so
I'm gonna take the Shorthorns, even though I hate them.
Oh.
But I also do not like Michigan. But I think Texas has them.
Robin, why don't you go ahead and go, and I'll go last on this one.
There we go.
You know, I'm kind of with Brandon. It's like I just have a bad feeling they knock off the defending national champion. We're going to hear we're back all year long. So maybe October. Hold on. October 19th.
Yeah.
So I hate to say it, but yeah, Horns, 10. I think Michigan keeps it close. But yeah, it's going to be.
Well, I don't know why I think this way. I really don't. Usually, I have some sort of logic. The thought that Sharon Moore doesn't have a contract yet, which is not all that unusual, and we're working on a memorandum of understanding, especially given the cloud that Michigan's under, whether it's justified or not. But I mean, I think he might be playing for his job. His coach, he might be playing for his job. Is Texas that much better? I think they're catching Michigan at the right time. If you're gonna play, if it was later in the season, the weather was going to be colder. I'd say Texas have a much harder time. Yeah, I think this is probably a 10-point game. So I'm gonna take Shorthorns. I think Texas has got this one.
But I would like to see what a Wolverine would do against Bevo. An actual, live Wolverine.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, there you are.
Yes, there we go.
For a minute, yeah.
Yeah, a little halo when you do
Yeah.
that, when you went the downward.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's let Robin go first on this last one.
You can do it first.
Appalachian at Auburn by Lake.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
Appalachian State's been known to do some really freaky deaky things against some big time teams.
They almost took out Carolina last year.
They almost took out Carolina. We know what they've done with Michigan. Know what they did with the A&M. I think Klubnik. Yeah, they'll win. Although I would love to play the Hot, Hot, Hot song from Appalachian State's commercial anytime I get a chance. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just find it on YouTube. It's hilarious. 16.5. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I would go no more than 20. I say it might be close.
I have a soft spot in my heart for Clemson. I have a cousin who's been on the faculty there for 40 years. And so so even though I do think their coach is a flaming douchebag. But this game, if I'm a Clemson fan, this game scares the hell out of me. Coming off a beatdown like that, it scares me. It scares me in the same way that Boston College scared. If I'm an FSU fan, Boston College scared me after coming off a loss to Tech.
Yep.
So,
ooh,
do I think Clemson wins? Probably, yeah. Do I think they cover 16 points? No, I don't. I think this is going to be. I think this is a game that's going to be close until the fourth quarter, and Clemson probably pulls it out by a couple of scores. But I would not be surprised to see the Mountaineers keep this thing close.
I didn't realize it's a 8 p.m. game.
Yep.
It's a night game.
Yep.
Yeah, it could.
So they need to be rubbing Howard's Rock a little bit harder.
Rubbing their stones, so to speak.
Yeah. Because they're about to get kicked in them.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Man, I just don't know. I think Clemson is ripe for an upset.
I said,
Appy State might come in there.
If I'm a Clemson fan, this one scares me.
And if they get close, I think they might wear down Clemson.
Because you got all day.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing I liked about the noon kick last week. It was over with.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to take Appy State. I don't know if Clemson, if they win, I think 16.5 is a lot of points. And I think Appy State's probably better than most people realize, even though they've proven that over and over and over again. All right, the big game.
The only one that matters.
The only one that matters.
Tennessee Tech. No, sorry. Hell no.
The Golden Eagles.
We're not even on
the Golden Eagles of Tennessee Tech.
We're not even on television.
All right. Tennessee by 9. Let me hear about it, Dren.
I've actually seen 10. I'm not surprised that it started at 7.5 and is gone this high. I don't think they can keep up with us. I honestly, all the weapons that we have. I mean, Kevin Concepcion is a good receiver, but we've got 5 Kevin Concepcions on our side of the ball. Got 5. Their defense. I mean, Dave Doran is a good defensive coach, but they're replacing everybody.
I know.
I mean, we're replacing everybody in our defensive backfield, but I think the amount of talent that we've got in there is good enough to get the job done. I think this is a 2-touchdown game for us easily. I would not be surprised to see it to be like a 45 to 28 game. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't score 20 on us. So yeah, I'm gonna take us minus the 9. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Right.
Robin, your turn.
This is what we're wearing, by the way. On
I saw it. It's kind of nice.
I like the stormtrooper look.
Yep.
As long as you can shoot straight.
There you go.
As long as they ain't wearing no damn orange helmets.
Robin, any thoughts on the Tennessee?
I have several.
Any thoughts on the Tennessee game, Robin?
Against NC State.
Yeah, I'm 9, 10, 12, 15. Hey, it's going to be more than that. If y'all don't win by at least 21, and one of those is by a defensive touchdown, not much of a win. But I know Charlotte's closer to Raleigh, and
we travel well.
Who doesn't travel well in the conference, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying at least 20. I want to double it.
All right, I like it.
Still can't say the last name of that Nico dude yet. But,
I like it.
Yamaliava?
Yeah, whatever.
Yamilava.
Yami, I better leave it on the field, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
He's Nico. He's Nico.
It's Nico.
It's kind of like he is Nico. He is Nico. Yeah.
Where did he come from?
California.
Yeah.
Like
via Hawaii.
So like college transfer or like straight?
No, he's
straight up freshman or
he's right for freshman.
Freshman. Okay.
Yeah, he's number one. He's number one and number 2 quarterback recruit in that cycle.
Okay.
5-star, baby.
5-star.
We got 2 more 5-stars to back him up.
Now the bigger question is, when you win, is Heupel going to take the bath?
He might.
Or is that just the bowl?
Ooh, I think that counts here as well.
I don't know. I hate
bowl.
mayonnaise. I just despise mayonnaise, so I always turn it off.
As do I.
Yeah.
I am a Mayo hater myself, sir.
Well, yeah. I personally enjoy Duke's mayonnaise.
Put
But,
a,
yeah, that's just me.
all right.
It's not
Put a
French's
bow on this.
it's not French's mustard. It's not French's mustard, but it's pretty good.
I don't even
It's
like
pretty
mustard.
good. And it's not French's
All right,
mustard.
Brandon, what do you think?
All right, I'm waiting
No,
on
it
you to
is not.
shut the fuck up. Do you understand that?
Now.
The love. The love. Man.
No, married couple.
It's overwhelming. My
I
God.
kid.
My
I kid. All right. 9
You kiss your pip with that mouth?
Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say because someone might see this one day. 9 points against the mighty Wolf Pack. I think we can cover
That's
that.
Nevada. That's Nevada. Not NC State, but yeah.
Was it Wolf Pack or Wolf Pack? One word or two?
Yeah.
Is it?
Anywho.
Yeah, I think we got it. I think we can outgun them. We can play defense better than they can. If you'll recall the preseason, there were people that picked them against us. Then they saw Nico take the field and what his game entailed. And that was only for half of a football game. So, yeah, we got this. End of story. Now, all right. Those are our picks. We've been at this a little over an hour. Robin, I'm going to give you the floor right after this.
Okay.
And shout out to our boy Pike Barbershop. And
Max Ramos, Pike's Barbershop. Check him out. I will be going there for my monthly trim on Saturday. So I'll give out a shout out. Check him out on Instagram, MVX Ramos. On Instagram. Be sure to drink your Milo's iced tea, the manna of the South. I want my damn money for that.
Visit
It's been
Buc-ee's.
3 years.
Buy
Be sure to
golf balls.
If you have to throw a golf ball at Lane Kiffin, make sure it's the #1 ball in golf, Titleist. And eat your French's mustard on your hot dogs on game day. It is 10:10 in the evening. It is 10:10 in the evening. It is past my bedtime. I'm gonna be rather crabby when I get up in the morning to go teach school.
But at least it's Friday.
At least it's Friday.
It's Friday, yes.
You feel free to contribute to our meager little endeavor here. Yes. And as always, God bless. Go Vols.
Mm-hmm.
Go Vols.
All right.
We will see y'all later. Robin's got a message about the recent events. I
hate to suck the wind out of y'all's sails and whatnot, but y'all know I live in Athens, and Appalachia High School is about a 30-minute drive west of Athens on 316. If you pass the exit where the big movie theater is, it's quite literally right there. And I'm sure you all know what's happened there. Yesterday. Time blurs when things like this happen. But I know some folks. I know 4 faculty members there. They're all fine. We texted them, and everybody's okay, as they can be right now. And I'm still kind of at the point where I'm a little numb at this because, can't happen here, but it has. And it doesn't affect you until you know somebody. And just kind of keep an eye on the Wildcats of Appalachia. In fact, I'm wearing their band shirt tonight. Kind of happenstance, but from the 2019 season, I did some work with their band. I know their band director for a very long time. We marched redcoats together. He was the first person I texted, and just kind of think about them. They've had to cancel their home game. They were supposed to play tomorrow. They're not doing well, new coach, but they were supposed to play tomorrow, and they're not. The week after that is the big rivalry game against Winder Barrow, which I'm sure is going to be insane on so many levels. But just kind of keep a thought on Appalachia, kind of some surrounding schools. We had to go into lockdown ourselves, not a hard one, obviously, a soft one. And we had heard what had happened, and our FFA teacher went to Appalachia and came to Commerce. I mean, we play them all the time in sports. My quiz team plays them and everything. But there are other things to be said. And normally you go, now's not the time. I'll say this. Common sense needs to prevail. Full stop. Or as the kids say, period. Okay? So, think about them. Enjoy your football. We got a big game. We have our 1,000th game in the history of Commerce tomorrow, which is crazy to think. Since 1904 or something like that. So I'm sure it's going to be kind of wild. There's police all over the place. We had like 3 state trooper cars in our parking lot. I mean, it's going to be wild, crazy, and shouldn't happen, but it has. But yeah, that's it. So to whatever team you are, go have fun. But common sense needs to prevail, and you know what you need to do. So I guess that's it.